All right, guys, I got this 2009 Nissan Maxima, and I took out this power steering line in 20 minutes, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how I took it off. So follow my steps, okay? Before you watch any other video, before you even watch my video, just understand 20 minutes. That's what it took me to remove this power steering line of this Maxima, okay? The easiest way. I've done it before, the hard way, but this is what we got here so far. That's the part number right there. If you guys want to find this exact line, this is what this line looked like. It does come with new O-rings here. Okay, so what we got here is all the power steering line. Okay, we're gonna take off this little guy right here. So we're gonna use 17mm wrench here. It fits right there. And then we got an adjustable wrench here. And that might be a 24 if you want to use a 24. But I'm gonna walk you guys through all the tools, okay? This is gonna be something that you're not gonna be able to do yourself at home, or if you have a small little hose, you can hose this baby up and do it yourself. Should have got me a rag, but this guy's out. There's a small little O-ring which is all crushed out, and we do have a new O-ring here. Okay, so look at the condition of this O-ring. So make sure you change out that O-ring. You don't want to go back and do it again. So we have everything in here. Okay. And what we're gonna do is put everything there. Okay, so we have this little guy that goes on here. We're gonna do it that way, but I like to just go easy and slow and gentle, and pretty much you're not gonna damage this thing. You gotta be crazy to destroy it. So if you want to use that little tool, you can use that tool. You simply put the seal on, you put that on, and it slips it on for you without getting onto the threads. But anyways, let's take this guy, stick it back on, and that's that. I think this is gonna take me more time to get okay, this is a different size now. It might be an 18 or a 19, so let me get that. So I got them both. So the line does have a different size here. So this is 18 wobbly, but I did another 17 fit on it. So there might be something in the middle. But anyways, let's lock this baby up. Don't go crazy either. Just enough. Snug is just enough for that guy. That's it. And I am gonna go get another more tools. We're gonna take this guy off, and we're gonna rip this housing up. We do need to get this off. Okay, let's get this off. But what I like to do is let's set up our line. So exactly we're gonna know how to put this. Okay, you don't want to put this the wrong way. So if you can see how my sensor sits over here. So this is how this baby is. So we're gonna leave it like that. So we're gonna put it facing this way, just like it is. And I'm gonna just take this guy off. There's a rubber boot here. We're gonna take that off. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this guy off. Okay, this is about that far. So it's like right here. But remember, we're not tightening this, so we can move it around once it's up in the air. And the beauty of this is this bolt stays there for me. If it falls off for any reason, I can always take it off, but this bolt has not fallen off me, so it stays with it. Okay, so that's that. We still gotta take off that bracket. I need to go get a 10mm. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is, so this thing is not gonna go back on. If you want, you can put it on, but I'm not gonna go that serious. But now we still need to figure out this line here. So if you let this thing sit in the same position as that, see that? We simply need to take this bracket off, and it has to be pretty much just parallel to this, straight up. That's what it is. This guy comes off. This guy comes off. You can even do this on the car itself, but I'd rather just do it right here, right now, because it's fairly easy for me to mount it on. Okay, so it does go around the neck of this right here, just like that. And for the guy. There you go. We're gonna take our housing here. Okay, this housing, see, I already forgot how everything went. So this is how this goes. The beauty of this one here is you could take it to any angle you like. Okay, so I got fluid all over me. That's what I didn't want on my drill. There you go. Time for us to take this baby onto the vehicle. And we're gonna lock this guy up. Okay, as you guys can see, right there is where I'm gonna put this foam right here. So when I took it out in this manner. Okay, so we're gonna put it back in the same position. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna slide this guy in right here. And I can't see up there because I got both of my lights over here. And this little guy, watch how simple this is. Okay, I'm gonna have to guide this line a bit this way. And there it is. The whole line's in. All I need to do is reroute everything up there. And that's it. Bada bing, bada boom. You can even get it from the other end if you like. Just slip it from that side. But I found it to be very easy from right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line everything up. And then all you need to do is put the 2 bolts in with the washers. And then we'll just tighten it up together. Okay, so I got the line in there, as you guys can see right there. I got the line in there, power steering line is in. And I got all the bolts that needs to be in there. As you can see right here, make sure you put this bracket in to make sure it doesn't touch the manifold there, because it's going to heat up and it's going to burn. And see, right there, our power steering line is in. And all I need to do is cut it. So I'm going to show you guys exactly the tools that I used here. I got all the tools laying on here. So first of all, we got this guy right here, and this guy is a 10 millimeter, 1/4 of the drive with the swivel. And what I did was these 2 little bolts right here, got them from right here. Okay, I don't know if you can see there, but it's hard. Everything is just super dark in here. But anyways, I got enough light. It's just for the camera, I can't reach in there. But I got the bolts sitting, so all I need to do is tighten this and tighten the other one right next to it. Brackets in there, perfect. So I need to tighten these 2 bolts. And then I have this 3/8 drive ratchet with almost a foot long extension, a swivel, and a 14 millimeter, which reaches from right here onto that 14 millimeter right there. Make sure both of your washers are in. And bada bing, bada boom. All I need to do is tighten this guy. And just to show you guys, I have I was using this little guy right here, but that didn't work out, so I used me a 3/8 drive ratchet here, a long one with adapter. And this socket right here is 15 by 16 or the 24 millimeter, and this thing goes right in there just like that, and you're able to grab that guy a tiny bit and you turn it, and that guy. So only thing we have left is make sure you take off that sensor, and there's like a blue little retainer on this line that holds the harness to the line. So don't yank the line without taking that off. So make sure you put the connector back in. Connector's right there, as you guys can see. And then we're gonna go up in the top, and we're gonna run the system so that way all the fluid has no air in it and everything bleeds out. But there it is, so far looking good. Guys, that's how you're gonna do it. Very simple job. It took me about 30 minutes to get this all set up, but it only took me 20 minutes to pull it off. So 30 and 50 and another 20 minutes, like an hour and a half long job, put it that way. The job is all done. Right up here, I still got the car on the lift. So what I want to do is I want to fill this bottle up to here. I want to give it a good 10-15 minutes so all the fluid can just submerge wherever it gotta go before I even start it, because we don't want to start up nothing dry, especially the pump. So give it 20 minutes, fill it up, give it 20 minutes, whatever goes down, top it off again. After that, start the car and put fluid in, because it's gonna suck it right away. Put fluid in it, it's gonna bubble up. It's gonna sound like even if you turn the steering. So if it does and if you see bubbling in here, don't shut off the engine, because everything's just gonna pop up. All that compressor bubble is gonna pop up, so you're gonna have a big mess here. It's probably most likely gonna happen to me. It's gonna happen to you. But what I like to do is I just don't shut up the car for good like 20-30 minutes. Just let it bubble out, and after that, cut it off. But anyways, the one bracket up here, put your hand over here. I'm gonna show you the tool that I use. It's over here, okay? It's hard to see, but it's right there. All I do is go in there with my hand. I use this 1/4 inch dry ratchet, 10 millimeter, counterclockwise to take it off, and that's it. It's very important you put these clamps on, these retainers on. Other than that, your line is going to be all over it. It's going to touch the manifold and leak out and burn out. Anyways, I am going to double check my leaks. Once I run it, and hopefully there's no leaks, I'll spray some cleaner all over it, and then that's it. Bada bing, bada boom. Make sure you put fluid in. So it took me about a good 40 minutes to finish out the whole job. I'm talking about the reverse procedure, taking it off with just 20 minutes, okay? Very simple. The line came out of there within 2 minutes. So it's most likely gonna sound like that, and it's gonna have bubbles just like that. It's okay, let it run. And there's our power steering fluid, universal stuff. Just don't turn the steering yet. Give it a good 10-15 minutes and look down for leaks. And if there's no leaks, you're good to go. I don't see no leaks, okay? But we're not gonna find that till we actually drive this car around and double check it. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Let it bubble out, let it all bubble out. Put some fluid. If I cut this off right now, everything is gonna come out of there. And we do have that cover, if you guys can't see this. So you do have a whole bunch of clips all around, and the cover comes off, and that's the top right there. And that's it. It's nothing serious, okay? Okay, it's been good 20 minutes. Let's take a look at this baby. Look at that. Bubbles are almost gone, but there are bubbles, as you can see right there. So if you put it right there, okay. And so far, looking good. The baby's looking good. And down here, no leaks. I don't see no leaks. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave it there. Double check all your work. Double check your manifold is not hitting the power steering line, and you don't want to burn that new line. Anyways, that's it.